YouTube and X. It's your main man BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing, and subscribing. And thanks for coming back for the ZBCN. Just waiting for some reason, the people, the join's not showing up for some weird reason. Weird. But what up, Silver Days? There it goes. What up, Zebec, the payroll of the future? Tap the like up, everyone, so as people start circling in and hitting the like, share, and subscribe button. We'll get to it in a second. Audio, video, good here. Thanks for that update. I was just verifying. One of my computers isn't up, so I was trying to verify everything is working. And one of my fuses blew. You know, it's cold here. It's freezing here, actually. And I got some heaters on in the sunroom. And the heaters in the sunroom kick off the heater in the bathroom. So I was in the bathroom and the heater kicked off. I was like, oh man, I'm in the dark. So I had to run to the other side of the house and hit the breaker and then go back and check the sunroom to make sure that the heater didn't come back on. So the heater in the bathroom and the bedroom was still on. So I was running back and forth. So that's why I was a couple minutes late. Plus, I just finished another video. So I was updating that. So I was running separate. But let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But don't forget, dang, I'm tripping. Thought the screen share was on. Let me start the screen share and see what we can see. This episode talking about Zebec and the Zebec Nation. Shout out to all the Zebec warriors, all the soldiers, all the pirates, and everyone that's been holding down the Zebec, the ship, and Simon, CEO, and the company, and the payroll processor of the future. But Kevin Brown is the sponsor of the channel. The crypto brokerage gives you 24/7 support and a expert person. You actually get a human. You don't get an automated system. You don't get a teller. You don't get a prompt that's going to prompt you into mass confusion. You get someone on the line that picks up, that talks you and guides you to where you need to go. You get your one-on-one crypto broker that knows you, knows what you're looking for, and can help you navigate the crazy world of crypto. And they do self-custody, so you don't have to worry about keys and addresses and seed phrases. So if you're new to crypto, this is an excellent place to start. But as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit your main man up with super chat. If the super chat's not working, you can shoot me a cash app. And let me know in the comments. But let's get to it. This is the crypto bubbles. I've been looking at these bubbles all freaking day. It's cold. We're trapped in the house. I've been trying to give you some information. And let me see. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so World Liberty Financial is down 7.7%. I don't know what happened. HIT is down 2.2. Alchemy Pay is down 5.7. Qual is down 7.5. CVX is down 1.3. POW is down 17.6. World Mobile Token is down 7.4 on the day, up 1.5 on the hour, down 19.8 on the week, down 11.1 on the month, down 82.1 on the year. So for green, Zcash is up 7.4. Satoshis is down 0.8. Nexo is down 4.6. Ingest is down 1.3. Osmosis is down 1.1. Lithium is down, up 1.1. I'm tripping. XRP is up 1.3, up 0.2 on the hour to, it's been at $2.90 all day. It's been up and down and ain't past $2.90. Something's weird's happening. HBAR is up 1.2. Safe is up 1.3. Solana's up 2%. XNO is up 1.1. OPK is up 1.5. Bear is up 1.9. Tela Coin is up 2.3. Flux is up 4%. Near is up 0.4. Binance is up 0.8. BGB is up 0.6. Stronghold is up 1.6. Tau is up 1.5. Pith is up 1.5. Hash flow is up 2.1. AIXBT is up 1%. Quant is up 0.7. Sui is up 0.9. Algorand is up 3.9. XPR is down 2.1. Swarms is, XPR is up 2.1. Tripping. Swarms is up 1.4. Stronghold is up 1.4 on the day, down 0.1 on the hour, down 12.6 on the week, up 10.7 for the month, down 59.9 on the year. Bitcoin SV, which is, I don't even know what is Bitcoin SV? Up 1.4. Flare's up 2%. Ondo is up 1.9. Arbitron is up 0.1 on the day, 0.5 on the hour. Ethereum is up 1.8 on the day, 0.5 on the hour, down 7.8 on the week, down 0.5 on the month, and down 9.1 on the year. Still under 3,000, 2,953. ICP's up 1.5. Bitcoin is up 1.1 on the day, down up 0.3 on the hour, down 4.1 on the week, down up 0.7 for the month, down 13.5 on the year at 88,610. People say it might get down to 70,000 or lower. I don't know. I also missed the news about if the House passed the funding to keep the government open. Somebody said it did. Somebody said it didn't. I didn't have time to look at the news today, but I definitely checked that tonight after the video. So that was Ethereum, Bitcoin. Solana is up 2.1 the day, down 0.3 on the hour, down 6.8 on the week, down 0.2 on the month, and down 48.4 on the year. XRP is down 0.3 on the hour, up 0.3 on the hour, up 1.4 on the day, down 2.9 on the week, up 1.4 on the month, and down 36.8 on the year. And of course, the ZBCN, the payroll processor of the future, the crypto we all know and love, the cryptocurrency that's going to make us rich. Again, this is just, it's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. So don't sell your kidneys to buy more ZBCN. So ZBCN is down 0.2 on the hour, down 2% on the day, down 17 on the week, up 6.9 on the month, and up 191, almost up 200% on the year. And we're at the 00277. If we can just get back on track and push up, but only time will tell. What up, fellow pirates? What up, Peter? Getting our ship ready to ride these tides first before we head to the moon. I know y'all like that. Definitely, Peter. Bitcoin Satoshi version. It's a fork. It's most private. Okay. I see out here Bitcoin SV. I was thinking like special victims unit, like Law and Order SV. Like, what the freak? But I guess that's not what it is. But we'll keep it pushing. So I saw this article from, I think this guy's name is Crypto Gold. He writes a lot of articles, but he generally tags me, so it's kind of weird. What up, Quarter Crawler? Dancer who brought you to the party. What it do, BTN? What's going on, fam? Did you see the Caspa live earlier? Trying to get back to making more Caspa content. You guys are begging for it, so I'm trying to get it to you. And I think Caspa might be making that turn. But I did warn you guys, don't put too much into Caspa because it might have a black swan event. I was telling you guys, nobody listened. Everybody told me I know what I was talking about. I was talking like a normie, and I told you guys, that ain't set in stone yet. Got to be careful. But I've lost a lot in crypto. I've gained a lot, but I know for a fact, can't count anything until it's happened. Special victims unit, that's hilarious. Laughing my fucking ass off. Of course, Peter. But yeah, I was trying to warn folks, man. You can't count it, right? It sounds good. It looks good. It should be good. But in crypto world, sometimes it doesn't always work out. But this is Algorand, the real monster no one is betting on. So this is today. This article is informational, educational purposes only. Does not constitute financial advice. Cryptocurrency, blockchain investments involve risk. Do your own research and consult a qualified professional before making financial decisions. And I'm not a financial professional. I have worked in financial services for a long time, but I'm telling you firsthand, if you're not sure, consult a financial professional. Someone is licensed and certified. I'm just here talking crap because I know a little bit about crypto. Most revolutions don't announce themselves. They don't arrive with fireworks and viral hashtags. They emerge slowly through standards, patents, pilot programs, decisions made far from retail traders with crypto Twitter timelines. By the time the public notices, the architect is already in place. Architecture. That's exactly what's happening right now. Blockchain, while market attention remains fixated on price action and short-term narratives, the quieter, more concept shift is unfolding beneath the surface. Academic research, global standard bodies, defense contracts, central banks, defense contracts. Luxury brands, infrastructure-focused blockchains are converging around shared set of principles, interoperability, compliance, recoverability, privacy with accountability, and long-term visibility. I was telling you guys, compliance will be a big part of moving forward, right? Compliance, interoperability, right? And then privacy. And we see now the coins that have compliance are the ones that are going to push a lot of these tokens, a lot of this mean crap BS, a lot of this altcoins that don't do nothing, a lot of the stable coins that aren't attached to anything. When the legislation smoke clears, a lot of this stuff is going to disappear like vaporware, guys. It's going to be gone. And people are going to be left looking funny because they thought it was the next big thing, and it ain't. Individually, each development looks incremental. Together, they form a blueprint for the next phase of global finance. And a lot of stuff ain't quite what you think it is, right? It's a lot of smoke and mirrors in the crypto industry. A lot of folks are just taking money, and that will end when the legislation is created and the regulation is pushed forward, and they see what a lot of people are doing, or a lot of projects are doing, and they'll weed it out, right? Real asset actually moves on chain. Tokenization stops being concepts when physical assets move onto blockchains with clear ownership and real world backing. One quiet example already operating today is Mail, which is tokening physical gold and silver on Algorand. Hold up, wait, let me write this down. I need to research this for later. Why can I never find my freaking pen? And where's my notebook? I got a whole notebook that I never even use because I always forget to use it. Let me get my notebook real quick. Let me see. Wait, this is the wrong. This is the wrong notebook. It also worked. So what is this? This is Melt and Algorand. Let me see. ELD. There we go. I got my notebook that I never used, but I finally got it set. The model is straightforward. A real Bunyan is held off chain. Bullion is held off chain in custody, and each unit of metal and corresponding digital token is issued on Algorand. The blockchain acts as the ownership ledger and settlement layer, while the metal itself already exists. It's not paper gold or derivative or a speculative instrument. It is designed to represent discrete or direct redeemable ownership of physical metal. Each token corresponds to a defined amount of bullion, eliminating leverage, future style, exposure, ownership, and transferred instantly globally in fractional amounts, turning gold from static store of value into something closer to liquid programmable money. Algorand's role in this intention, instant finality, low predictable fees, high throughput, infrastructure grade security, makes it well suited for asset backed settlement. For institutional reliability, matters more than hype, and that Algorand continues to appear in real world tokenization efforts, even when it's not dominating headlines. Gold is simply the test. The same rails can support treasuries, commodities, real estate, settlement collateral. This is where traditional trust begins to merge with modern financial infrastructure and where the rest of the story leads. So we're going to put a pin on this and come back because there's a lot of conversation about Zebec and Coinbase. So we'll come back to this Algorand thing. But I was talking to someone and there was also saying the same thing. People are going to use Bitcoin and leverage gold and precious metals, right? And take a loan out against your gold and Bitcoin. If you're not able to pay the loan back, they will, in essence, take your precious metals, right? You're putting the precious metal up as collateral. If you can't pay it, they'll take the precious metal and keep it moving. And we will see. But this is the ZBCN at the, let me see, the 0027 RSI is 40.75. RSI base moving average is 50.2. Where is the, I'm trying to get that. Why is this not looking right? That's weird. That's weird. On the 5 minute, on the 15-minute chart, yeah, there we go. It's starting to look right. Looks like there is some pullback. Trying to see if this is bears or bulls. I can't even see that. That's weird. On the 5 minute, 15-minute chart, got a couple of red candles. RSI is 47.7. RSI base moving average is 53. And there we go. And it is bearish on the 15-minute. On the 45-minute, it's still bearish or bullish. Sorry, we're adding volume on the 45-minute. RSI is 45.3. It's above the moving average at 41.9. Couple of red candles there. On the 2-hour, RSI is 40.5. The moving average is 41.7. We're losing volume also on the 2-hour chart. And it looks, why is the number not coming on? It looks bearish on the 2-hour. And on the 4-hour, definitely bearish. We're losing volume. RSI is 39.6. The average is 42.3. A couple green candles. Moving on to the holders. Currently we're at 93,209. So we are grabbing holders still. 4 hours, we're at 27. 12 hours, we are at 105. For the day, 133. 3 days, 532. For the week, NA, which is weird. Why is there no numbers for the week? For the 2 weeks, we're at 2,173. And for the 30 days, 3,092. So expect a price pump, guys. This is around that price pump territory when we start getting holders and the price starts getting funny. For the hour, we're down 0.91%. 24 hours, we're down 1.95. For the week, we're down 17.9. For the month, we're up 14.3. For 90 days, which is 3 months, which is actually a quarter, we're down 26.19. For the year, we're up 201.6. This for the year number keeps going up. I got to figure out what the freak is going on here. So, CoinMarketCap is 2.98 trillion, up 1.83. CoinMarketCap 20 is $185.71, up 1.2. Fear and Greed Index is 29. Altcoin season is 30. So we're sliding further and further from Bitcoin dominance into the altcoin season. Average crypto RSI is 46.99. So we're getting closer to overbought. So there should be something happening pretty soon. This is why are people calling Zebec a scam? Shaking my head. Indian people have made a bad rep for other Indians look alike people. A bad rep for other Indians look alike people. What? I guess. I don't know. I don't even know. But again, we keep meeting like this as Zebec. But again, a lot of this is FOMO. I mean, FUD, right? These guys are spreading FUD to get the price down, like we talked about yesterday. The goal for the institution is to spread FUD and get the price down, right? So they can scoop it up and ride it back to the top. So they have backhanded and sneaky ways to keep putting out information, to keep thinking things are bad when they're really not that bad, right? But the retail only reads articles and news, and they don't know what's really happening. So you get a lot of information. We should test the 002 and the 0023 levels again this week. Thanks, Peter. They're calling a Zebec a scam because Sam is apparently Indian. Indian people are often associated with scams. Interesting. I have heard somebody say something about it, but I didn't really pay that much attention to it. So I guess you're right. We're at the 00276. You said we're going down to the 0022 or the 0023, down 1.87. Market cap is 271.3 mil won, down 1.85. 24-hour trading volume is 9.3 million, now 2.24%. So we'll go over to X and start pushing through some information. And this is from earlier, the Clarity Act will be delayed until mid-2026. We must not give up our yields, though. So again, I think this is more FUD for us to give up the yield, right? Oh, wow. Hey, fam, with the government shutdown drama heating up again, deadline January 30th, odds spiking on poly market. Senate Dems are blocking over DHS ICE funding chaos after recent events. Markets might get shaky. Guess what? Zebec Network holders have zero reason to sweat. Here's why we're built different and stay hyped. No bureaucratic blackouts here while DC grinds to a halt and paychecks freeze for millions. Zebec's blockchain-powered streams keep flowing 24/7, real-time instant transfers, zero downtime. Traditional finance hits pause. We hit play. Our ZBCN keeps earning no matter what. Staking rewards passive income from streams. That's sweet as Zebec Pay super app integration. Staking module live now. Card reward tiers unlocked mid-2026. Mean you're holding our what? Wait, you're holding our working even if the feds aren't. Hold tight and compound gains. We're the future they're afraid of. Centralized systems fail when politics implode. Decentralized PayFi on Solana unstoppable with massive partners like Visa, MasterCard, Circle, Ondo, and fresh 2026 roadmap drops. Super app rollouts, multi-chain payroll, enterprise wins. Zebec is building TradFi to crypto faster than Congress can argue. We're not waiting for permission. Shut down, more like showdown. For why we need more innovation, stack more Zebec, stream your wins, and watch the old world catch up. Who's with me? Let's turn the noise into noise, canceling gains. Drop a rocket if you're bullish through the storm. So drop a fire emoji in the chat if you know where it's at and you agree with ZBCN Junior 79. Weird. Crypto Queen. ZBCN is getting ready for the usage-driven era, and March 2026 is the inflection point, fully circulating. Everyone keeps asking what happens when Zebec is fully circulating. Simple. The market stops pricing hype and starts pricing usage. And Zebec is actively preparing for the shift with real-world rails, real onboarding, and real spend paths. The super app is the distribution layer. Privacy Stripe mainstream. Onboarding is huge. NetPay, FedNow ACH, plugging into how payroll actually runs. And seeing path matters, cards in everyday use. Tokenomics, part of everyone, keeps missing. March 26th changes the game. Zebec's own tokenomics page, final schedule, token unlocks in March 26th, fully distributed. I hate when that happens, right? You click on it, it goes back and starts all over. So when I first saw this, I thought she was on to something, but she hit me up, and this is just hype, right? At least 1 in 3 classic theologies endorse Zebec and hold their assets in tangent. Theologians, don't get stuck in the financial purgatory. This one indulgence can't afford to miss. Ad Lam to the moon. St. Thomas Aquarius. Circus 1255. Shut the front door. Now, I saw this card. I was like, oh man, the Zebec on tangent card would be awesome. But this is just speculation. So this is the article from Algorand in Zebec we're reading earlier. I gave you a shout out on one of your posts in my article. And this is Crypto Gold. He writes a lot about Zebec in different articles. J Mighty, Zebec is the truth. So this is chilling with my homies. Join the Zebec Discord. If you're not in the Discord, go ahead and sign up for the Discord. That reminds me, I need to throw the live stream in the Discord to bring these guys over. I completely forgot. Actually, I was running around, but I'm going to throw that in the Discord real quick. Let me see. And wait for this to come up. So this is what I was talking. The card's nice. And this is theoretically, right? It's not real. It hasn't happened yet. They don't have this card. But when human intent becomes unstoppable value, and that card looks pretty awesome. But the card's not here yet. So don't wig out. Trying to wait for the. I see why the freaking Discord didn't open. That's weird. Why is the dang Discord not opening? That's crazy. That thing like twice already. That's weird. And I put this, so I think this is awesome from Alpha Lion. This whole image with the 3D, I guess it's a light bulb for the Zebec. I think that's crazy awesome. So I wanted to throw that out there as well. And why is this thing not opening? Okay, that's crazy weird. But it's probably going to open like 6 times whenever it does open. So this is ZBCN Pirates 111 days, one question. The community keeps asking. Builders keep shipping. The rails keep expanding. So we ask again on chain and loud. When will Binance, Coinbase, and Robinhood list Zebec? Zebec isn't an idea. It's live infrastructure powered real-time payroll and global payments 24/7 by the second. 111 days in, momentum's rising, pirates still sailing. The question isn't if, it's when. I'm still trying to figure out when freaking the Discord's gonna open. But whatever. Keeping it moving. I don't understand what the freak is going on. That's really weird. Let me see here. Wonder what is going on with this and why. Wait a minute. What the freak? That's really weird. We'll try one more time. If not, who cares? Okay, so let's remain en route and keep sales high. Pirates, regardless of red and green waves, the Zebec team never stops building. Our mission never fades. We know what we hold and we know where we're going. Remain patient and remain locked in the Zebec Nation. I think this is pretty cool too, with the hands on the Zebec that's floating kind of. Let me grab this screenshot real quick. My guys, I think this is cool. With the sailor and the floating Zebec. So this is how great would Zebec partnership be with Yana Privacy, the compliant privacy layer of Solana? And then look that up because I don't even know what this is. Quiet but important signals. Bear Capital lists Zebec in its portfolio. Bear's ultra selective Facebook, Spotify, enterprise fintech portfolio decisions, diligence plus conviction. This is institutional validation of Zebec's real world payroll and payments rails. So this is Zebec continual settlement protocol on Solana, enabling composable transfer value starting with string payroll. And this is portfolio for Bear Capital. It doesn't actually show, unless I'm looking at the screenshots backwards, it doesn't really show us that it's part of that list. But keeping it moving, 2026 is and will continue to be amazing. Zebec God is sailing the headquarters. Everyone check out our final trailer for Zebec Nation's podcast. And an awesome clip. Why Zebec is primed for explosive growth in 2026. Two most bullish projects powering in the Zebec network right now. Hands down, the Zebec super app, Zebec AI, ZAI. There aren't just features. They're game-changing bridges cryptos to real-world finance. Let's break them down. We know about the super app we've been waiting for, the all-in-one PayFi powerhouse. The Zebec AI smart compliance brain. ZAI is the AI layer, supercharged security, efficiency, real-time fraud detection, ALM monitoring, automated tax-aware payroll, and autonomous scanning across transactions. So I think I did read up on that earlier as well. So let me go back to where we were. I thought there was a mention of, call me crazy, but I think we're in for green February. And this is from groundwork to global growth. What's ahead in 2026? After a landmark 2025 focus on compliance and product updates, Zebec is entering a next phase, adoption, enterprise, clients, and global expansion beyond the U.S. Full snippet from Zach Rector. Interview below. Best Zebec strategy. I've seen many different trading strategies over the years. Very few can beat a simple buy and hold, which is what I do, not financial advice. So let me play this video real quick.
CEO of Zebec.
2025 was really a landmark year for us. I would say that a lot of people discovered Zebec for the first time in 2025, which is great, but we did spend most of the year building the groundwork and the foundation for the payments network that we're building and bringing more clients onto this year. So the keys last year were compliance, upgrading our product stack and our technology, select new team members. 2026 is all going to be about adoption and growth, larger corporates, enterprise clients coming onto the Zebec network, as well as our global expansion really outside of our core market of the US.
What are you most excited for as we go into 2026 as the CEO of Zebec?
2025 was really a landmark year for us. I would say that a lot of people discovered Zebec for the first time in 2025, which is great, but we did spend most of the year building the groundwork and the foundation for the payments network that we're building and bringing more clients onto this year. So the keys last year were compliance, upgrading our product stack and our technology, select new team members. 2026 is all going to be about adoption and growth, larger corporates, enterprise clients coming onto the Zebec network, as well as our global expansion really outside of our core market of the US.
What are you most excited for as we go into 2026?
So shout out to Simon for that update. And this is Zebec $1 to $3. USD1, the future of finance. Trump, Zebec, the first person to bring Zebec to kick. 10 top promising projects with market cap under 300 million. This time we made a list of the top 10 projects in your opinion with a current market cap of under 300 million, which you can take a closer look at. So this is the Humanity Network, ZBCN, Radian, Sonic, ZK, which is everywhere, ZCN, AR, Fluid, Wi-Fi, and Kite IT. Interesting. So you see, Zebec is right there, barely under 300 million market cap. Zebec's network is officially live on Coinbase. From real-time payroll to on-chain payments, this is what real adoption looks like. Billions of users, global exposure, next level credibility. Zebec isn't building hype, it is building infrastructure. So this is Zebec on Coinbase deck, which is weird. Why they ain't spot listed? Finally getting the word out about Zebec. So let's play this real quick and then we'll go over the So this is a Bozilla video, the Zebec and the future of finance, where I think he mentions this. Somebody was mentioning this Coinbase thing. Okay, it's this guy. So it is Grow Rich and Grow Happy. I thought somebody else mentioned it. Okay, this guy.
Welcome back.
So I guess we'll just click through the videos and see what we can find out. Like I said before, this is how we do the research, do it together online. So let me know what you guys think. Some people say they like watching the videos. Some people say they don't like the videos, don't really care, but we're going to watch the videos.
Fair Ballzilla is
I'm a crypto king, crown made of gold. ZBCN stream where the cash just flow. Dirty South base made a legend explode. Zip it to the moon, got the whole net sold. No banks, no breaks, just keys and nose. All it's on fire like a gas main blow. I don't chase checks, they come in slow. Real time pay, got me blowing like gold.
Have no fear, Ballzilla is here. Happy bullish Monday, crypto pioneers. And boy, do you want to hear what Zebec price is going to go to? Stay tuned in this video. Also, I got a few things to talk about. A couple breaking news.
Your balance sheet. We're a private company, so I'm not gonna mention.
Would you give me a range?
It's substantial.
More than 100 million?
Absolutely.
More than 500 million?
Probably.
That growth in crypto riches has coincided with Trump's second term in office.
We believe in cryptocurrency.
How much crypto do you have on your balance sheet?
We're private.
Good God, how much crypto? Trump just revealed his company now owns over 500 million worth of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Zebec is the payroll of the future. Also, Clarity Matters. Kid to come back to drop this. Clarity Matter. And the kid to come back, I believe, is the one that made my new emoji. When leadership meets innovation, the future gets clearer. The Clarity Act isn't just a signature, it's a signal. Rules, transparency, confidence to build. Sometimes details matter, even the hidden ones. Let me make this bigger. This could be our thumbnail. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kid to come back. I love that, sir. Make sure you guys follow all these accounts in the description. This is the emoji that they made me right here. This is badass right there. Bam, the bull. The bull and the moon, the parrot, the green. They know my colors. They know me. They know me. They know me. All right, let's go back. So the future of payroll and payments. There goes the Bitget crossing the world. Also, buy the dip. ZBCN, continuous finance, is the realest. And don't forget about the connections with World Liberty. This is a very big deal. Zach Folkman, World Liberty co-founder, says, when uncertainty shows up, most people lose conviction and get fearful. The people who shape the future tend to do the opposite. He must be talking about me. 10 years in crypto. They stay focused. They keep building, even when the outcome isn't obvious to everyone else.
What up, Hitter All Day? What's going on, fam?
At some point, everyone looks back and says, it was so obvious.
Body dip, 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 body dip.
By the dip, don't trip. That's Zach Volkman, is World Liberty co-founder. World Liberty co-founder. What else do we got in here this morning? What else do we got coming up this morning? Let me see. Oh, by the dip, don't trip. Okay, we got a couple good articles here. And this one is going to be from the Queen, I believe. Zebec Network key partners from Crypto Queen at Crypto QN007. Zebec Network key partners and acquisitions. Zebec Network, Tier 1 strategic institutional. Visa, all Unity stable. Stellar Org, Cerebon, Ondo, CodaPay, PayBridge, Circle, MasterCard, Stripe, World Liberty, USD1. Bam. Nacha, Zero Hash, acquisitions completed, PayBridge, School Pay Services. Might have to start following some of these. I don't follow PayBridge. Science Card, GateKnox, Chain and Infrastructure, Eclipse, Risco Zero, Map Protocol. If I follow each one of these, take forever. Verichain Link, UDX, Octopus, Solana, Arbitrum, and Base, DeFi Treasury, ARC Finance, Soda Protocol, LP Finance, Fransum, Synchronized, Hello Money, Dual Protocol, Malpractice, Maple. Oh, Maple Finance is a big deal. I did the research on Maple before. Web3 NFT Gaming, Curate Project, Cyber Wave NFT, Define Capital, Trippy Ape NFT, Third Bugs, NXD, AI, Tools, other notable collaborations, Payroll, NetPay, Nacho, Adjustment, Payment Rails, Adjacent, Strategic Interoperability, JP Morgan, Ripple, RLUSD, XRP, Circle USDC, Stablecoin issuers on chain, Tether, Paxos, First Digital, Mountain, Ether, All Unity, PayPal, card wallets and acceptance, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay. Good God, Queen. Queen is on fire. You guys get that? Make sure you follow Crypto Queen, link in the description. We get a lot of good news from the Queen. Also, this morning, what do we got? We got ZBCN, man, assemble pirates. The price right now is 0.003. This is not the dip. This is the launch pad. Woo! This is not the dip. This is the launch pad. Did I retweet that already? Huh? This is not the dip. This is the launch pad. We got to retweet that. This is not the dip. This is the launch pad. I like the way that sounds, sir. Not the dip, the launch pad. Bam. And then you're going to hashtag ZB.
To meme coins, we're getting completely annihilated. Things are looking very, very bearish, like I said, especially for Bitcoin, right? As we know, Bitcoin holds majority of the market share, and when Bitcoin goes down, everything comes down, plummeting with it. Fear index looking very, very bad. We're heading back into fear like we were in December and November. Horrible time for crypto. Altcoin index, we've seen it pretty high this year, relatively, I guess, decent, around 35 to 40, now coming down to 29, and it could come down even lower. Before we go into Zebec, let's talk about why the markets are down today. So we have regulatory delay. Coinbase withdrew support for the Clarity Act, stalling a key U.S. crypto bill, and scouring sentiment. So number two, leverage unwind. Over 154 million in Bitcoin was liquidated in 24 hours, with longs bearing the burnt, amplifying the sell-offs. Institutional outflows. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF saw 1.33 billion in net outflow last week, reflecting a pullback in institutional confidence. Although there is still a lot of crypto adoption, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, right? Geopolitical stuff, economic uncertainty, tariffs, all that is resulting in people not being confident, right, with their money. They're scared of investing. They're taking their money out, just holding more liquid cash and holding more fiat currencies. But let's take a look at Zebec, right? So over the last week, we were down 10%. Honestly, we're looking pretty good, right? Like a few weeks ago, we were at like $340 in 340 in market cap. Now we're down to like 278, and there's a lot of uncertainty right now. We could even dip down further. We're seeing this consolidation zone for Zebec. We've seen some massive pullback points right here, and we might be crashing even more. As holders are staying relatively the same, There's a lot going on behind the scenes for Zebec in terms of whales that are buying in. There's a lot of money being moved around. However, when Bitcoin is low, right, like right here, this is pretty big. It's Bitcoin super cycle truly on the horizon. Analysts predict Bitcoin to bottom out at $31,000, right? That's massive. If that happens, oh, it's not going to be looking good for Zebec, right? So right here, potential Bitcoin supercycle in 2026 intensifies over the past week after former Bitcoin CEO, yet another prominent voice in the crypto, laid out his predictions for the new year. However, a popular analyst on the social media platform X has released an opposing view predicting a deep bottom for Bitcoin this year. And then we have this Bitcoin price prediction. Markets see low odds of 100K Bitcoin in early 2026. So, guys, let me know what you guys are doing with your bag for Zebec. Are you guys holding on? Again, I do want to reiterate that I am still very, very bullish on this project. I will continue to be bullish, and we need to look at crypto in a sense like crypto is a long-term play, right? You're not going to be getting those massive gains overnight. Those are more the degen plays, right? If you want to make those hundreds of thousands or whatever it is, guys, overnight, you got to go into the meme coin space. But that's a degen thing where, you know, there's so much volatility, you can lose half your bag in an instant, or you can lose your full bag in an instant, right? Zebec here is a utility play. It's an altcoin that provides functionality. There's so much going forward.
What up, Heavy Hitter 360? What's going on with your fam? What up, Hitter All Day? Silver Days, what's going on? And this is the video about partnership and tier 1 listing. And I'm going to keep it moving
Forward with this project with partnerships, acquisitions, tier 1 listings. There's like just last year, guys, there's so much that happened. We covered this on and on in the channel. I don't want to get into that. But in terms of Zebec, right, like we're very, very bullish. There's still hope for this project. As long as Bitcoin kind of revives itself, Ethereum revives itself, the markets flourish, we'll see Bitcoin we'll see Zebec hit those all-time highs. If you look at X, just a prime example, ZBCN partners assemble. Price right now is right here. This is not the dip. This is the launch pad. We're just blasted past 93,000 wallet holders. ZBCN and climbing. Fast forward 100K. The army is growing exponentially, fueled by real adoption, not hype. From 90K just weeks ago to this explosion, the momentum is undeniable. The crew is locked in, stacking heavy and ready to sail. So this is a great buying opportunity, right? Every time the markets are in red, trade hard. Essentially, everything is on sale. Hold through to 10 cents. When your friend says you're lucky, hold through 50 cents. They'll call you crazy. Then to $1. $1 is massive. And I'm not saying it's not something that can't happen with crypto, how things are. There's definitely, we've seen it with XRP. Prime example, XRP went from like 20 cents to like $3.80, I think, in 1 year. So for Zebec going from its price right now to $1 doesn't seem like a far stretch. Real utilities coming, World Liberty Financial, stablecoin Payroll, enterprise cards, the DTCC volume capture, AI, PayFi rails exploding in 2026, surpassing 93,000 wallets proves the revolution is here. Real users, real growth, real diamond hands building generational wealth. So you know that 10% of Zebec supply is currently staked. Those people are very, very smart, right? They know that Zebec is a long-term play. They want to earn something out of the project. While a lot of coins don't provide that incentive, Zebec does, right? So you stake it for 3 months, you get 15% APY, which is a great way for you to earn on top of actually just holding the project. Who's still stacking heavy at these levels? Yes, I am. Anytime it goes down, we're dropping another bag, guys. Drop your realistic 2026 price target. So what ZBCN man said, 10 cents, 50 cents, $1 plus is definitely possible. I feel like a penny this quarter, as things do rebound, is inevitable. It's something that we've been talking about for a while now. And what a penny, guys, is nothing, right? It should be like the benchmark for the price of Zebec. But right now with the markets, this is not a true depiction of what the actual price of a Zebec is. If we just go on X, we see that people are extremely bullish. You'll see so many people just showing you buying orders, like where's the rate? This one right here, for example, what $1 million looks like in 3 years. ZBCN printing millions. People are just dropping thousands of dollars right in Zebec. Like it's nothing. It's definitely better than putting money in a savings account that gives you nothing. Of course, nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm just giving you guys my personal opinion. Also want to highlight this, guys. ZBCN man community's coming together. They're doing a podcast with a bunch of creators. Definitely go follow them on X. Go subscribe to their YouTube channel, guys. They're providing a lot of information that's very, very important, right? If you're on the space and if you're into crypto, if you're into Zebec, this is where you want to be, right? You want to be dived in right here. You want to be locked in because these guys, they dig up. They do all the dirty work. They're providing us all this information, right? With the wallets tracking, upcoming news, potential partnerships. So check this out, guys. Again, like I said, a lot of good information if you're in the crypto space. But at the end of the day, guys, it's crypto, right? We can't. It's really hard to predict. If everyone could predict what the price of a certain project would, everyone would be rich, right? Then there would be no need for people to be on X, talking about a project, for example, or content creators making videos about a certain project. That's just how crypto is. Essentially, it's just a waiting game. It's a game of patience. It's like the stock market. When we have bad days, we have good days, and right now, unfortunately, it's just a time of a bear market. But like I said, with crypto, if you guys have been in the game for long, you know that things take a turn. We can, just as fast as we're in a bear.
So shout out to, I guess this guy's name is Abiers. What up, heavy hitter? What up, BTM? What's good, fam? Sick of crypto? What a scam! Sick of what? Sick of crypto? What a scam! BTM, what's good? ZBCN ready to blast off? Yes. Silver Days. Oh, sick of crypto. Oh, yeah, Blaze, bro. It's hard, bro. Just gotta hang in there, man. Don't give up too soon and miss your gains. Right? This is these guys trying to confuse you and shake you out the market. And this is when a lot of people are probably gonna get shook out. But it's too early to get shaken out, right? If you got conviction, you're gonna hold out. But this is, I think you guys are talking about the ZBCN scam. They explain why billionaire Joe Bayer owns these companies. Say what? Never give up, never surrender. Tell them, Silver Days. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and super chat, or hit your main man up with a cash app, right? Just trying to keep the lights on here, brother.
Today's message: a lie cannot breathe where understanding lives. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. Let me say this. I need to jump off and say this. We're about to talk about ZBCN, and you guys want to see this video. You want to see this video. You might not. If you don't want to part with all of your money and dump it in ZBCN, you might want to click off this video. Just disclaimer. Okay, what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about venture capitalists. And we're going to talk about, I always told you guys, as free thinkers here, you need to start thinking of yourself as a venture capitalist. You choose to part with your money. You choose the projects to get in. But I'm going to show you how billionaires think in this episode and their ties to ZBCN, and why people say scam when it comes to ZBCN, and how you can use discernment to understand why they are hating on projects like ZBCN. As always, I'm here for the people. I'm here to give you understanding so that you don't miss out on these life-changing gains and opportunities that are out here. So you guys want to stick around for this one. Do me a favor, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification. I want to welcome all the new free thinkers that have subscribed to the channel. I don't take your subscription lightly. You guys could have chose to subscribe anywhere, but you subscribed here. To all of you that are viewing the channel, coming back 80-90% of the time, subscribe to the channel. Again, subscribe to the channel. I'm always dropping content, and I'm always putting you guys first. I don't have to be here. I do this because I'm trying to give back. I could seriously be off somewhere just investing in projects like this and going about my business, but that ain't how. I don't feel like God put me here for that. I want to change lives, and I want to help you get out your own way. So guys, do that. Subscribe, smash that like button. Also, get you a cold storage wallet down below, 2% off Tangems. Thank you to all of you who've been picking them up. Thank you to all of you that go over to growrichgrowhappy.com and have been purchasing my book, Overcoming Self for Crypto Wealth. Got a paperback and a download edition for those of you that all them purchases you did over the weekend. I'm going to make sure that my team gets you your email with your free exit strategy, but that exit strategy is only for those who bought the not the download edition, but the paperback. The download edition is cheaper. It doesn't come with one. All right, guys. So let's talk. I want to talk about venture capitalists. And this is for everyone out there. Venture capitalists, they are these people out here, these visionaries. They have loads of money and they're just trying to help startups. They're trying to help these companies, get the seed money that they need. Zebec had some. They had some venture capitalists. Facebook had venture capitalists. Pretty much any project that you probably hear about now that are major, it was some billionaire out there that saw the vision of the CEO, the founder, and they say, you know what? I believe in that, and I'm going to give you this money. If I lose, I lose, but I'm not just going to part with it on anything. So when you see these venture capitalists that do that, especially if they have a great track record, like the guy we're going to talk about, Jim Breyer. We're going to talk about his track record and what he did with Zebec. And this is huge, guys, because it takes the word scam and it just blows it up. It truly does. It gets it out of here because you follow the big money. Like I always tell you, if you follow the big money, you can make the money that they make. These guys don't part with their money easily, but this is how you use your discernment and say, wait a minute, this ain't a scam. These guys are just hating. And sometimes the hate is personal. Maybe they got a problem with people like me, the person who's talking about the project. Maybe they're mad at me because I haven't talked about their project enough, or maybe I covered their project in a light that they didn't feel was justified. Although I try not to do that. So we're going to talk about it, and we're going to start over here because I need to give this some context for you and let you see something, guys. You guys need to see something first. So then we're going to tear this whole narrative up of that. And I want to shout out also, before I go, I want to shout out the Zebec Nation. Had a chance to get in. I'm in the group now over on Discord. I got in. Make sure you follow ZBCN, man, over on X.
Shout out to the Discord and everyone involved in the Discord. You guys are finally taking off. Appreciate you guys for adding me and appreciate all the work that you guys are doing over there in the Discord. Let's freaking go.
And I'm going to shout out Z314 Crypto as well. He's part of their wonderful research team. I got in there, and let me tell you, that's another thing. Don't get in the group if you don't want to part with your money on ZBCN, because when you see the research that they have and just the wonderful community, it's a place for everyone who loves ZBCN. You want to learn more. I want to thank everyone that gave me a warm welcome yesterday in the group. So amazing group. Shout out to you guys. So let's jump over here. Guy right here, Chad Collins. I did this post on January 22nd last week, and I was talking about ZBCN, and this was the deal right here. I always post them all over. Why Zebec's new move makes ZBCN a life-changing asymmetric opportunity. Well, he came in, he called it a scam. Somebody's seeing that. My problem with this, when you call these projects a scam, somebody new, and I'm always looking out for the community. You might have somebody new seeing this for the first time. They see the word scam, they get a little bit apprehensive, so I'm not going to get in. Well, you got to look at this in some context. This guy right here has a problem with me, Chad Collins. Yes, if you're watching, yes, I'm calling you out. I have to do it. I don't do this often, but when I know why it's happening, he has a problem with me because of a certain project. I'm not going to call the project's name out because I don't have a beef with the project, but I have a problem when people target the free thinkers, or they target me, and then it flows over to the free thinkers. You don't make comments like that. I can't stop them. I can't, but I can give you a way to guard against it. So he calls it a scam. He said he wasn't going to follow me no more, but he still does. But so he's calling ZBCN a scam. When you see that kind of stuff, say, why are they doing it? You know, I remember everything. I remember who wronged me. I remember why they doing things. I observe. Discernment. Jump over here, because the reason I want to jump over here is this billionaire right here, Jim Breyer, talked about him, and I want to shout out the team over there at Zebec Nation. But we're going to listen to a few moments of this, just a few seconds, and listen to what he said.
In terms of that distribution, that you've really relied on Coinbase to increase the distribution of.
It's been a wonderful partnership. And the last several years, both companies, I think, have really benefited from the mutual partnership that they've had.
The Circle's mission statement is raise global economic prosperity through frictionless exchange of value. So how exactly will global economic.
What up, Dave? What's going on, Fab? Thanks for joining. Heavy hitter, let's go. And see what she is talking about. The man without foresight is a slave to chance.
Prosperity be raised.
Again, on the international payments that you mentioned, if I'm a farmer in India and I want to get paid quickly for my crops by a local bank or a medium-sized bank in India or a financial institution elsewhere, perfect example, you're going to do it through what would be stable coins and payments in and around the blockchain.
So to lower the cost of transactions that are already happening, essentially.
Lower the cost dramatically, but speed dramatically. So again, what's broken globally in many cases is it just takes so darn long to get paid. And it takes so darn long in the world of even healthcare globally, but in the United States, to get reimbursements from insurance companies and provide.
Boom. That's all you need to hear. It takes so darn long to get paid. Now, the reason that's important, guys, this is a venture capitalist and they think different. If you notice, the way they think is different from the typical retailer. These guys have to be able to align with the vision. And not only that, paid so close to the problems that are out there in the world that when someone come along, like a ZBCN, Zebec, and when these people come along, Circle and all of them, they have to be able to see what's the project about. I tell you guys this, what is your cause? Why are you here? What are you trying to better about the world? And then say, okay, I can get behind that. And here's a couple $1 million because I believe in you. This guy, Jim Breyer, let me show you his resume. This is how you disarm people who call your projects a scam. You can use this with anything. But so you go here, his portfolio, guys. This is Breyer Capital. He's that guy. So look at this, Meta. And he tells a wonderful story about Meta, how he got in early 2005 and negotiated with Mark Zuckerberg before Facebook became a major thing. He was there. And he's since made 17,000 times his money. Spotify, Etsy, Grammarly. Look at this portfolio. He got in these early. Marvel. Circle? You see that? Circle? Okay, we're going to come down. Walmart. AI health and quantum. Look at all of this. A lot of times you can jump in here and see what they've invested in. And if it's early enough, you get to get a part of it too. Message. I'm going to continue. Consumer software. Look at all this, guys. Look at things. I know you guys see a lot of things that look familiar to you, but you're looking for a particular one, right? We're going to go to fintech so we can get there. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Come down. What is that? Zebec. Is that Zebec? Is that not Zebec? So when somebody calls it a scam, you look at the big money. You look at the big money. These are peons out here that's calling projects like this a scam. Do your research. If you lose in the projects you get off into, guess what? He's going to lose more than you lost. He got money in this. Zebec, look at this. He's invested, guys. The guy we just saw. Jump over here to Lightspeed. Again, those of you who are familiar, and this is old with the Lightspeed thing. Well, Jim Breyer's is too, but I'm showing a lot of you out there that's new to this. So look at them. First major crypto that they've gotten in. And look at this right here. This is Lightspeed I'm talking about. These are some of the companies right here. But if you come down here, portfolio, what is that? Zebec invested in 2022. They got in on the seed stage when it was first starting out. They saw the vision. This is where the big money goes, guys. I wanted to highlight that because that's easy. That's something anybody can jump in and say, oh, I get it. I get it. So you're following the big money. You're not following Mr. Foresight. Yeah, I'm telling you guys some of this. I'm telling you something. Shout out to, the wonderful research team over on Zebec Nation. Shout out to 314 Crypto. You guys do wonderful work, but I'm going to pull it all together and just show you guys. All we got to do is follow the big money. Keep investing. Not financial advice. When people hate, it's a personal reason. Like the scam, guys think that people, I see it in the comments, just throw it around. A lot of people got a problem with me because I don't talk about what they want me to talk about. When I said something they didn't agree with. Don't let that affect you. It's always a reason when somebody call a project a scam, and a lot of times it's because they're jealous. Maybe this project is getting talked about more than theirs, or maybe they missed the opportunity that many of us have right now that we're getting in. My message to all the haters out there on this project is do some research. I want everybody to win, but
That's weird. The video keeps kind of skipping or something there, but he's right. Right. Shout out to Mr. Forsyth and that information, because just from a digital investor as well, if you don't talk about their project or stuff that they want you to talk about, all of a sudden you're a scammer, or you're involved in scam, or your project is scam, because they might not have got in early enough, or they might not believe in it as much as you do, or they might just don't understand, right? And with Zebec, it's a simple project, right? There's no magic or science to it. We're literally telling you what the project does, right? We explained it to you. There's no secret sauce to it, but a lot of people come back with it's a scam. Like a dude was saying, Indians are involved in scams. Newsflash. Everybody's involved in scams, right? There is no particular person, race, group, or individual. I'm getting my cord from my phone. Group or individual. You can't pin a scam on any particular person or group or identity. Everybody and anyone can do a scam. And Zebec is not a scam, but people are mad. So the first thing they pull out is scammers, right? You want to create FUD. Since there's a lot of scam projects out here, the first thing you say is a scam. It's a scammer. They're scamming people. People losing money. Within, there's no evidence. Nobody lost any money. There's no evidence of a scam. But just for you saying that might turn away one or two people. And that's all they want, right? They're not really concerned about if it is or if it isn't. They're not going to do the research. They just want to create a little disruption. And now they got us talking about it. And instead of focusing on what we should be talking about, we're wasting time defending scamming and scammers, right? And all that is a misdirection and an update or something that creates confusion or fear, uncertainty, and doubt, right? Just want to keep spinning it. So we're not investing and we're not telling other people to invest. You'd be like, man, hold on. They're talking about it's a scam. I might not want to tell my mother's sister's boyfriend's barber to go ahead and buy it. Then it takes off. And then why you didn't tell me? Well, you guys are saying it was scams, right? And then it'll be more FUD or the next thing. So just want to let you know, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. We're keeping it pushing.
Everyone is going kind of crazy. And I was like, oh, well, let's see if this is true. I didn't see anything from Zebec themselves. And, I've done some research, and pretty much from my understanding, to put it in the most simple terms, is that we're practically one step away from the official listing. Okay. Some people are saying, no, it's there. Some people are saying it's not there. From what I've seen, no official listing just yet. The two things that I've seen is pretty much, Coinbase has officially integrated all DEXs on Solana into Coinbase app. Zebec is now listed within Coinbase bullish. Okay. I personally don't see buy and sell option for Zebec, right? People are saying this is just the DEX. This is just the DEX. This is not an official listing.
Well, again, create confusion and uncertainty and doubt. If it is on the Coinbase DEX, it's coming to Coinbase, right? It's only a matter of time, and it's coming soon. If all this time I've been waiting it, and I finally put it on the DEX means it's inside the ecosystem, right? And being in the ecosystem, it is not hard to go ahead and list it. I'm not sure what Coinbase is waiting on or why they are dragging this out, but this token is in their ecosystem. So at some point they'll list it, but they're probably waiting to see what happens. I suspect they was going to list it this week. Then the whole thing with the government shutdown and Davos happened. So they're waiting, right? They want to see how everything pans out before they list it because they want to get as much bang for the buck as possible. So Coinbase does that, and the big guys do that, right? They'll star you out to the very last minute and just all of a sudden list it on Friday out of the blue because they've been waiting, and now they're at the inflection point where they got to do something, right? It's time to shit or get off the pot, and they'll go ahead and shit, right? It's the end of the month, right? It's January, it's the first month of the year. The 30th is Friday, 31st is Saturday. So if they've been holding it, they wanted to list it on the 16th and they waited. If they wanted to list it on the 23rd, they waited, and now they're getting tight. They put it on the DEX. So if it's already in the ecosystem and already set up, it ain't going to take long to move it from the DEX over to actual Coinbase. So people say it's listed, it's not listed, it's going to be listed. It's pretty much there, right? All you got to do is a little coding, and it goes from the DEX to actually being listed. And even when it does list, it's not like people are going to run to Coinbase and scoop it up, right? That's another misconception. People think as soon as it hits Coinbase, that second, it's going to snap and everybody's going to grab it. It's going to be still slow adoption because people are going to be like, I don't know, I don't trust it. There's scam rumors, people saying it's not legit. So there'll be a slight adoption, then a slight more adoption. Then the price will move a little bit. Then some people will start FOMOing in. The price will move a little more. Then there'll be a massive FOMO. The price will jump like crazy. Then we'll see a serious push up. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Coinbase will list I bought Zebec from Coinbase. Do you think Coinbase will list a Zebec this week? Mambo Land, what up, fam? Did you buy it on the DEX or did you buy it on Coinbase? There's a difference.
And like I said, pretty much short term, that we're practically one step away. We're just a couple days, maybe, few short weeks, really few short weeks from getting the official announcement, but it's practically right there. It's like 99.9% there. So yeah, very, very exciting times. Very, very exciting times. This was always inevitable. Even months ago, right? We saw, shout out to Zebec, man, shout out to others. People were consistently showing that Coinbase they were accumulating millions of Zebec consistently. They're putting in lots and lots of money. And we've seen everything Zebec Network has done over the last few months. And I always just said, everything Zebec Network is doing is bigger than Coinbase. It's bigger than Binance. Of course, Coinbase and Binance are huge. You always want that on your resume as a crypto. But the thing Zebec has been doing over the last, especially I would say like 4 months, has been beyond impressive that, we're way past that point. This is like, for me, like the cherry on top. Maybe a year ago, this would have been way bigger. It would have been even 6 to 8 months ago. This is still going to be very, very huge, obviously. But, like I said, Zebec has done a great job over the last few months. And man, they are moving. I'm telling you, this year is going to be an absolute bullish year. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Anyways,
have you ever looked at a
right,
chart?
we can see another person that say confirmed over here in the Soul Scan, Zebec Network, right? Zebec's integrated products, real-time payroll apps, on-chain payments, transfer, buy, and sell, right? Boom, more excitement, more hype. Now, something I do want to talk about, which is obviously going to be very, very important when the time comes, is practically this, right? We have Moon Commander. He said this in 2017. I bought 1 million ADA coins, fumbled my bags, and sold way too early. I could have had 3 million extra cash if I just would have held it to $3. I'm not fumbling my Zebec this time around. If Zebec goes to 30 cents, I'm bagging 3 million with God's will. Now, see, here's the thing, people, right? Here's the thing. Selling is going to be super, 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 super hard. Okay. People think it's going to be easy because they're like, oh, well, I just bought and things go up, whatever they go up, I'm going to sell. But it's always harder in the moment, especially that most people don't really have the knowledge when it comes to technical analysis or
What up, Jay in Japan? So you said it is on crypto.com? Jam in Japan, what's going on? Silver Days, what's going on? Snake Pistons? What the? Greetings, BTM Crypto News Network. Thanks for joining, bro. You're right. DEX through Coinbase, which right now is down. No problem, Mambo Land. But yeah, no, I know, bro. Trust me, I know all about the slick tricks of crypto. But again, if it's on the DEX, right, it's only a matter of time before they spot list it. And that's how they do it. They're going to put on the DEX and they're going to see how much it runs up on the DEX. As more people get in the DEX, they're going to spot list it, switch everybody buying the DEX over to spot, see how the spot does. If it does well, they'll start pushing it. The price will start to push a little bit. They'll buy more, and more people will keep buying it up, and the price will start to push. But they're just testing it now on the DEX to make sure everything is good. BTM, Snake, what? Prisons? It is an inside joke referring to Metal Gear Solid. No problem. 2A repost this stream. Thank you for reposting it. And no worries there. We'll get back to the video.
Just the charts in general, they are going into this kind of blind, right? Most people are just kind of going like blindly, just based off faith, intuition, right? Which is also why roughly only 3% of people win. Okay. Because most are not going to be educated or really have a good structure or system. And then those that do, still only a portion of them win because obviously the emotions are high. Let's just say you put $10,000 in Zebec right now and this thing does 100x, right? This thing does 100x from our position. You're going to see $1 million, right? And for most people don't have that type of money, right? Most people don't. Even if they're decently well off or they have a good job and let's say they make, I don't know, everyone's circumstances are different. I know most of my viewers are from America. Let's just say they make like 60, 70, 80,000 American a year, which is very, very good, right? When they see that $1 million there, or when they see that 700,000, 800, 900,000, it's going to really put pressure on you. And like every couple of percent at that point is a huge deal. And then it's just a ticking time bomb. And you also know how stressful even down periods are, even if the bigger picture is still bullish, right? Because what if it's one of those scenarios where it's like, well, we go to 20 cents, right? Whatever journey there is, then we start retracing back down to 12, 11. You're going to feel a lot of pressure because if you saw something like $700,000 and all of a sudden you're down to $400,000, yeah, it's still great to be up that much, but that's a 300 something $1,000 difference. And then, if the technical analysis does suggest this was just a healthy pullback to then go from 11 cents to, let's say, 30, 35, 40, 50, hypothetically, right? Then it's like, well, most people are not going to have that knowledge. For them, when they see these charts, is just a bunch of colors. It is just a bunch of like sticks. That's all it is, right? So it can get very, very difficult. It can get very, very difficult. Everyone has their own plan. I have my own plan. And yeah, I just want to sometimes share the mentality aspect, because I'm telling you guys, it is great. Like, even I remember I've personally, many years ago, I invested like, you know, a decent amount. I want to say, okay, I'll just say, I invested like 1,500, 2,000 to a meme coin, maybe a little bit more. I don't remember the exact amount. And then the meme coin went up a good amount, and I saw 20 something thousand. But this was way when I was way less educated. This was kind of me just entering this world with a little bit of experience, right? But I was still practically, one or two steps away from amateur. And I remember, you know, when I saw it starting to go down, I was in that disbelief, and I let it go down, good amount before I cashed out. I and it was one of those things. I was like, damn, I really fumbled with this, and it was still okay at the end of the day. But the point is just like, it is harder. Like when I reflect on the days where I just didn't know, it is hard, man. It is hard to really just pull that trigger, pull that sell. Now I know some of you are probably, you know, everyone's in a different position in life. Some of you guys are more emotionally stable, maybe a little bit more educated than I was at that time. But I just wanted to really talk about this. And we will make videos dedicated to mindset in the future when the time is going to come. And I already know I'm going to be saying certain things. People are like, no, 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 because most of the time it's when we're down, it's over. Right. Everyone says it's over for Zebec, it's over for crypto, it's over for altcoins, right? When things are up and you have to say, guys, slow down, maybe start taking profits, or things are going to reverse soon. Everyone's like, no, you're just a delusional cow, man. Move on with your day. It's just how it is. It's just how the cookie crumbles. Anyways, let's talk about Zebec a little bit more. Crypto Queen said, do you really realize what the Zebec super app is about to unleash? This isn't just another wallet or.
I'm tripping. I hit the stop on the wrong screen. But he's right, right? I just want to emphasize that. Make sure you have a plan. And if in the same boat he was in, when it starts to pump, you don't know what to do, right? Because you don't have a plan. You don't know what your number is. So generally, when you get a big bag, you should have a number, right? Whenever your crypto hits that number, you sell no matter what, right? If it's going up, if it's going crazy up, if it's going down, whatever your number is, when it hits the number is when you sell, right? Some people want to ride it out and lose, and some people hold too long and lose. Whatever your number is when you sell, right? You get to the point where you made some money. You might not have made all the money, but if you made enough and you're happy with the sacrifice, you sell. But you have to have a plan ahead of time, right? You can't wait for everyone else or wait for someone to tell you. This is something you need to set up now, so you know in your mind. Go ahead and do the calculations and then figure out when to sell, right? And then from there, you can judge, but make sure you have a plan. A lot of people are talking about Lambo, but there's no plan. It hits your number, it goes past it. You think it's going to keep going. People start selling. And when the selling happens, it happens fast, right? When the price starts dropping, it's going to drop fast because people are going to start cashing out left and right. And if you wait too long, you'll miss it. And then with these shady exchanges, some of the exchanges freeze. Like I know on Robinhood, when we were on Robin the Hood, things started moving quick and they completely sold, or they locked the app where you couldn't even sell it, right? So you kind of got stuck and just watching your money and all your hard-earned liquidity be sold off from the people that can sell on other exchanges, or people that already had their sale orders placed, right? They already had it set. Soon as they hit the number, they started selling, right? Yes, Zebec is US based. It's one of the top US based cryptos. Or did it start overseas? California. Perfect. Well, California might be another country though. Funny how I ended up buying into all of the San Francisco based ones right after I'd come back from visiting there 2 years ago. Smart. But I guess most of them are in California, right? Most of them are in the Silicon Valley. So that would be, technically each state is a country. Technically, but not really. But I mean, basically, yeah. It's basically everybody has their own rules and their own little setup. Yes, XRP is also in San Francisco. I'm buying more Zebec tonight. Thanks, Jay in Japan. Let's get back to the video.
Card app. It's an all-in-one PayFi powerhouse, changing how money moves for consumers, employees getting paid, and employers running payroll. Let's break it down. For consumers and everyday users, multi-chain debit virtual cards, Zebec spend crypto / stablecoins like fiat anywhere, MasterCard powered real world acceptance, instant on / off ramps plus seamless remittances, staking Zebec for yields and rewards, embedded wallet, privy powered, login like social media, no seed phrases hassle. We can see everyday expenses, investments, bill payments, all in one mobile first app. Get paid, spend instantly, earn passively. Crypto finally feels like real money for employees. Real time streaming payroll paid by the second / minute, not bi-weekly delays. Access earnings immediately, no waiting for payday. Stablecoin salaries, USDC, etc. Stream continuously. Spend payroll straight via Zebec card, no off-ramp fees or delays. Better cash flow, no financial freedom, excuse me, my apologies. Goodbye liquidity stress. For employers and businesses, compliant global payroll in crypto stablecoins, 250 plus enterprises already, 500 million plus annual volume. Pause/adjust streams anytime, full control, lower fees with Zebec staking, discounts plus incentives, integrated with HCM platforms, multi-chain, 18 plus chains, 150 plus tokens, revenue funds, Zebec buybacks, deflationary flywheel, scalable, secure, enterprise ready, Web2 companies onboarding to Web3 without the headache. The super app unifies cards, staking, streaming, payroll in one seamless platform, rolling out now, mobile soon. This is PayFi dominance, real utility, real adoption. Are you ready? Zebec to the moon. Amen. Amen. So, yeah, man, I'm telling you, the Zebec app and what Zebec's going to be doing in the future is going to be very, very huge. Anyways, we can see we rank 133 out of 8,949 active cryptos, 288 million market cap, 7.8 million volume in the last 24 hours. Over last month, we are up 9%. In the last week, we are down 11.5%. And over the last day, we're down slightly more than 1%. We can see no official Coinbase here, no Binance yet. But like I said, Coinbase is literally around the corner. We can see we are at 93,000 holders. So once again, Zebec is dominating. And we can see, right, we had a huge jump and we are continuously growing at a very, very rapid pace, even during the weekend. That is it, though, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.
The money.
So shout out to the trading sniper. And this is also Grow Rich and Grow Happy talking about Coinbase. And let's do this one, I guess finish it up on that video as well.
Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another evening edition of the Grow Rich, Grow Happy Crypto Show. Do me a favor on the way in, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos. Look down below, check out all the freebies and the goodies that I have for you down there. In this episode, I'm going to show you the signal that we are so close, guys, that when this take off, I'm telling you, when everything, once all of this, these loose ends get tied up, We have to watch the signals. It's the signals that's telling us where we're going and telling us how much time we, the free thinkers, have so that we can position ourselves to take advantage of all of this and change our families' destinies. So I got a couple things I'm going to show you, and then I want to chat with you guys right quick. The first one, this is Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. He says that the largest banks in the world are adopting Bitcoin and crypto. He has a point with what he's about to say. Make sure you follow me over on Instagram as well, guys. Grow Rich, Grow Happy. Check this out. So we're going to get straight to this.
Right, and bury your head in the sand and pretend it's not happening. But the reality is that crypto is massive. Like something like 500 million people have used it globally. Bitcoin was the best performing asset class of the last decade. The largest financial institutions of the world are now integrating this. And so at this point, I think it's foolish to pretend that this isn't happening. Yeah. And we also, by the way, have the Genius Act for the stablecoin bill is now passed into law. So we're not going to undo that. That is law of the land. Like Congress just put that into law.
And it's very important. So you hear that, guys? That's the signal. It's coming. Crypto is here. And mainly when I do these episodes, guys, I'm trying to reach as many people as I can. So make sure you share this with friends, family members, whoever will listen to you. It's many people out there. The economy is bad. I ain't gonna say it's getting bad. It is bad. And people are looking for an opportunity so that they don't have to rely so hard on things like credit cards and increasing their debt. Cryptocurrency is going to free a lot of people. Those of you who've been subscribed to me for a long time, you know how I feel about it. I know how you feel about it. And we see the shift coming. But it's up to us to help as many people as we can. Reach one, teach one. So with that, he's telling you where things are going. 500 million people use crypto. This is globally too. So I want to jump over here again. I'm on Bloomberg. A lot of you guys, I pay for Bloomberg, and you guys don't have to. I can show you things like this, and you guys can get the information. This is something that just happened with Brian Armstrong, and he's going to tell you about something that's going on right now. You guys need to pay attention to this, especially if you're invested in crypto or you're thinking about investing in crypto. Check this out.
Probably the most interesting group that I'm meeting with here are other bank CEOs, because we are having this moment in DC about getting market structure legislation passed. And the bill's made good progress. It got a strong bipartisan vote in the House. It's now being deliberated in the Senate. And there was a little bit of a blow up last week. I don't know if
a little bit of a blow up. All right, let's go there.
Yeah.
It seemed a big blow up, but you pulled your support for the bill.
For that current draft.
Yes. Why?
Well, there was too many giveaways to TradFi, if I can say that. Our view is that there should be a level playing field for this is allowed, this is not allowed, and then all the U.S. companies compete. And banks didn't like that. They were, in my view, like the commercial sides of these banks are very smart, and the CEOs get it, and they're talking to us about integrating crypto. The bank lobbying groups and bank associations are out there trying to ban their competition, and I have zero tolerance for that.
Yeah, guys, they're trying to ban their competition. And do you know why? You know why? Because they make money. These banks make money off of the retailers and us consumers. We are the ones that keep these banks in business, and they see crypto as a threat. You're about to see right here, but do not think these banks are for crypto. They are not. They are not at all, especially when it comes to these stable coins, because of how much money consumers can make just holding their money maybe on another platform like a Coinbase or Uphold or something. If you hold your money in a stable coin, the way it was set up is you can receive rewards on that 3-4%. You're not getting that in the bank. You're getting pennies, guys.
And that's what the fight is over the Clarity Act, right? They're fighting over whether the bank's going to get those yields or we're going to get those yields. And it's going to go on and on and on. But ultimately, I think the bank's going to find a way to weasel us out. So just diamond hand and continue to hold. Don't fall victim to the traps of the bank and big business.
Yeah, they use your money, your hard-earned money, to make more money and loan it out. Listen up.
I think it's un-American. It harms consumers, and the banks need competition. They need to innovate. We also saw this from some of the securities broker lobbying groups because, you know, tokenized equities are a big thing happening in crypto. So there was 3 or 4 kind of red line issues we saw in the draft text. And as I was in DC that day meeting with members of the Senate, I asked them, okay, is there a path to fix this after it comes out of committee? And they basically told me behind closed doors, if this comes out of committee with a bipartisan vote, we can't really help you on the full Senate floor. And so I felt like I had to stand up and say something defending our customers' rights. And I was careful not to opine on what the Senate should do in terms of a markup or not. And I was careful not to say anything. We don't represent the whole crypto industry, but from a Coinbase point of view, I was not comfortable with the draft text as written. And I'm glad that everyone came back for another round of negotiation.
So check that out. What he said, guys. So when I was in corporate America, and I was that person, I believed, I spoke up. And I'm still that person to this day. Those who know me know I'm going to speak up for what I believe is right, regardless. I'm going to call it out. And sometimes that put me in a negative light. Sometimes it didn't, but people knew how I was. It's one of the reasons I ended up leaving corporate. And, once I decided, I will not be going back to that. Again, this is why you guys get me now. And I'm going to do everything I can to lead you guys and show you where the opportunities are. I love this community, but I love helping people even more. People out there who may be struggling paycheck to paycheck and, just trying, you got a hope and you got a dream of something you're trying to reach. I'm trying to show you guys these signals. These are the signals. This is the biggest thing that's going on right now in crypto. The biggest thing, the Clarity Act, Genius Act, all of this. These are the things that's going to shape it for years to come. And if they get it right now, a lot of people are angry at Brian Armstrong because they believe we should just take what we can get. But if we get it right now, it'll be really hard for another legislation to come in and say, you know what, we're about to undo all of that. So I feel like sometimes you have to just step up, speak up, and say, not on my watch. And I'm just, for what it's worth, I'm going to say my piece. I believe that's what Brian Armstrong is doing, but some people are angry about that. So I'm going to jump over here because this one also I want to show you. Make sure also you follow me over on Facebook as well. Grow Rich, Grow Happy. I'll be posting all over the place, guys. So check this out right here.
Got the Genius Act passed into law, which actually did enable stablecoin rewards to happen. The banks had their own concerns and we reached a good outcome in the Genius Act. And now the banks really are coming and trying to undermine the president's crypto agenda. I mean, these are the same banks that, debanked him and his family, right? And they want to come in and say that Americans should not be able to actually earn more money on their money. They're trying to protect their own profit margins, taking money out of the pockets of hardworking average Americans and putting it into the coffers of these big banks that are hitting record profits. And so our view is that there should be a level playing field where banks and crypto companies can lean into coin legislation as an opportunity. And that includes paying rewards to Americans so that they can earn more money on their money. Got the Genius Act.
Hear that, guys? Hear that? So I want to jump over here and chat with you guys about this real quick. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about this major shift that's about to happen? And do you agree? Do you think what Brian Armstrong says or is saying has merit? Do you believe he has the crypto community, all of us, do you believe he has us at heart when he's speaking and when he's, going against some of the things that's already written in the Clarity Act and wanting to go back to the drawing board? Do you think it's motivated by personal gain? And I will say this, everything has a personal angle to it. JP Morgan once said way back, that a man has 2 reasons for doing things: doing something. There's the right reason, and then there's the real reason. So what do you think the real reason is for Brian Armstrong? Regardless, I do agree with him. Sometimes, life is not about accepting whatever you can get. Sometimes you have to be the one to speak up, and everybody going the same route, you have to say, nah, I don't agree. And that's how I was in corporate. And I'm more so, even more than that, I'm like that today. So I'm just curious on what you guys think. And do you think we're right now in the greatest position where we currently sit, guys, and the assets that we are invested in? Make sure you check out last video I did on ZBCN. And I talked a little bit about venture capitalists and their play in ZBCN. But all of this, all of the play discussed on this channel, all gearing up for what people like Brian Armstrong and a lot of other pro-crypto advocates out there are fighting for. I think me personally, I think we're in the greatest position as retail investors, or like
Hell yeah, we're in the right position, right? And we know that, so you just have to diamond hand and don't get distracted. So this is Trading Sniper, and we're in on this
It is
guy.
down a couple percent over the last week or so. We have been fairly bearish, which is obviously not ideal, but we did talk about how pretty much last week was going to be the pullback week. We can see we are ranked 134 out of 8,946 active cryptos, 0.02747 price currently. 270 million volume, 270 million market cap, 10 million volume over the last 24 hours. In the last month, we are up 4.6%. Over the last week, we're down almost 15%. And in the last day, we're down almost 4%. No Coinbase yet, no Binance, but we know Coinbase is just around the corner. So super, super exciting. I know people want the official announcement, and we will get it. We will get it very, very soon. We can see, despite the market conditions, the holders are continuously rising because a lot of people see the true value in Zebec. They see the utility, they see the partnerships, they see what's going to happen, over the next few months in terms of roadmap and everything. And they just believe, they just believe, they have high conviction. And, prices right now are relatively cheap when you compare them to just a few months ago. So yeah, when we go and look at Zebec, speaking about prices from a few months ago, we can see prices were generally, I would say on average, anywhere between 0.0036 and the 0.0052, right? That has been the main range for many, many months. Of course, now we are kind of below that range also for the last, I would say, 2 to 3 months as well. All right, we're kind of having a new range, a main one of mainly, let's just say 0.0035, and down here of 0.0024, right? That's like the new main range. This area over here, we started dipping it in kind of mid October a little bit, then consistently around the late November, December time, right? So we can see last week we had a huge test. So 2 weeks ago, we pushed up, we closed the weekly candle very, very strong, right? We closed and we broke out of a huge support zone. We talked about how this week, well, technically last week, was supposed to be a retest candle week, but we needed a decent rejection. We can see that we did not get that rejection. In fact, we engulfed all of the progress, which isn't very ideal, right? We can see that the selling pressure was much stronger than the buying pressure, which obviously isn't ideal because that means structure is breaking. And that means, the likeliness of us contesting and coming back to these lows are on the table once again, right? If the weekly candle closed somewhere up here and we saw kind of a nice rejection, then we would expect things to be pushing to the upside this week. Overall, right, this is not ideal scenario because this was supposed to be our institutional monthly candle where the reversals were going to start. But we can see if price is going to continue to go lower and lower, then February is most likely going to sweep these lows down here and fill up some of this imbalance on the left of 0.0018, 0.002 area, right? So, we have a couple of days left in January. So I guess technically in terms of time, things can turn around. But in terms of price action, we can see, right? This Tuesday candle just, destroyed a couple of days of buying pressure. Then the next few days were very, very, very weak. And now we are just continuing to break out of the zone. We can see we were in this consolidation zone for a couple of days. Zebec had to make its choice and it decided to go down. Zebec broke down with this huge 4-hour candle on the Sunday. And we can see, boom, a couple 4-hour candles coming back up, but ultimately just to retest these bottoms, right? Just to start retesting this general zone where we do have multiple rejections here, even just here, generally speaking, right? And of course, it comes back all the way to here and here too, if you were to extend this whole line. And we can see we are selling off strong. There's a reason why we are selling off strong. There's a reason why we're breaking out because, like I said, we were in this consolidation zone. The way the weekly closed was, not ideal. So we have weekly confirmation that we are going to be going lower. We can see the Monday is the retest, and the rest of Monday and Tuesday should be kind of the sell-off. Like I said, we also did break the structure, right? We broke all of this structure over here. For let's just say a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, we're consistently creating higher and higher lows, right? When you have a low over here, and then you have a higher one, that is a higher low. And we can see consistently we were creating it higher and higher and higher, right? All the swing points were getting higher and higher and higher and higher until, right, this very point where we kind of had double, and then we had to, like I said, we were getting squished. We had to make a choice, and then we broke. So we got rid of this swing point, we got rid of this swing point. We also got rid of this swing point from the 15th, this swing point from the 12th. We got rid of, we practically had a double bottom from the one from the 8th. So we could see so many swing points, right? 1, 2, 3.
Chicago Chip, hang in there, player. This is a shakeout. They're trying to shake you out your crypto. Don't give up just yet. Continue to diamond hand. This is where the money is made. DCA and holding on is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes.
4, 5 just got destroyed. Just got destroyed with one big 4-hour candle. So, like I said, the momentum is shifting to the downside, right? We do have some very positive news potentially coming out for crypto as a whole tomorrow. But just because there's positive news in the market or potentially, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, right? It's the Crypto Bill Act or something like that that's coming out. And, sometimes positive news equals sell-off. Sometimes negative news actually equals buys, right? Sometimes it's reversed, but we can overall see regardless, without the news, it doesn't even matter because, we are still bearish right now. Obviously, technically, if we were to hold this zone and we were to create a higher low and we were to push up, then of course we are breaking structure back to the upside. But as of right now, there's no point of even talking about that because that's just a hypothetical scenario while this is the current reality. So we'll see. I really don't want the January candle to end up very weak. Personally, I wouldn't want that. I kind of wanted what Exion did, let's just say some time ago, like kind of what we had over here where we ended off with a selling candle. 1 month was pretty strong, right? If our candle is decently strong, that would be good. We kind of create an institutional candle, right? On the February, we would pull back into it. On the March, we would start expanding, right?
Yes, you still think going to 25 cents this year, it's looking good? Definitely. But it'll probably be summer, midsummer, or later before it starts to pump. They're going to start shaking this out. And that's what this is. It's not looking good because that's what they want people to do. They want you to sell now, right? So that price will drop. They can buy up what you sold and then try to sell it back to you. but it's not here nor there. We'll finish this video and shut it down for the day.
Right, something like that. But the truth is, right now, with the current structure we have, it's not looking ideal. But like I said, of course, if in a couple of days things do turn around, then that would be ideal, and we could save the monthly candle to make it an institutional candle. But as of right now, this is just another rejection, and we would probably expect a little bit more sell-offs for the rest of Q1, or at least for the rest of January, right? February doesn't necessarily have to be the case, and March doesn't necessarily have to be the case, right? But for the rest of January, if we do start seeing, more and more bearish momentum, then we could probably see some selling momentum at the start of February, taking out some of these lows, wicking to the bottom, and then starting to reverse. So yeah, obviously not ideal. We are also going to be monitoring Bitcoin because Bitcoin is technically in structure right now. Bitcoin has not broke structure at all over the last 2 to 3, pretty much 3 years. And of course, this quarter is very, very important because if this quarter does break structure, that means for the first time in 3 years. That is it, though, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
So again, thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, let's get back to the money and stay dangerous. It's your main man, BTM, signing out. Continue to diamond hand, and we will see where it goes. I suspect it's going to go down in January, continue to slide in February. We'll see some movement in March, enough to keep you holding on. Then we'll start to see the push up we've been waiting for. So don't give up yet, guys. Don't listen to the fudders. Don't listen to the haters. Make your haters your motivators. It's your main man, BTM, signing out. Peace and hair grease. Miners out.